G'day Lions fans, here is your weekly update. Well, the Q-Clash Silverware is back at the Gabba after a fiery Q-Clash 16 encounter down at the Gold Coast. Luke Hodge spoke earlier to media today about the fiery rivalry that's brewing between the two clubs.
I think if you look at all the rivalries around, you look at the Perth, look at Adelaide, living in Melbourne, I didn't think there was much of a rivalry between Brisbane and Gold Coast. I can tell you there is, and especially being out there on the weekend. There was a lot said out there was some physical acts, but it was a good hard game of football. And I think for football to grow in Queensland, there's got to be more games like that, as you see in the fierce ones in Perth and in Adelaide.
Dane Beans was awarded the Marcus Ashcroft Medal for Best on Ground with 38 disposals for the match. Alex Witherden succumbed to a hamstring injury earlier in the match, so sat out for the rest of the game, while two of our players did receive fines from the AFL. Mitch Robinson accepted a $1,000 fine for wrestling, while Luke Hodge accepted a $2,000 fine for rough conduct.
Yeah, I was a bit surprised at that. Nobes mentioned that they were looking at a tackle, and I never thought I'd get fined for a tackle, especially when the bloke got up and kept playing. I think that's a frustrating thing that players, week to week, it's the classification that gets judged, it's very inconsistent. Sometimes I look at medical reports, sometimes I look at the action. I did exactly the same tackle 4 minutes earlier, and I think they said it was because of the force. When you're 3 minutes to go and you're up by 7 points, you've got to take them to ground. It's confusing and frustrating sometimes.
Earlier in the afternoon, our NEAFL team had an emphatic victory over the Suns, defeating them by 91 points at Metricon. This weekend, they'll travel to Sydney to take on the GWS Giants on Saturday afternoon at Blacktown International Sports Park. Witherden will miss the final game of the season because of his hamstring injury. Meanwhile, Mitchell Hinge has been ruled out for the rest of the NEAFL year as he will require surgery on his shoulder. In good news, Tom Fullerton will be a test for the NEAFL side this week. To celebrate the last game of the year, it's members round here at the Gabba. All of our players will be wearing special all-for-one Guernseys, which have more than 200 dedicated members and supporters' names sublimated on the special jumper. Earlier in the afternoon, some of our most passionate members will have the chance to play here on the hallowed Gabba turf in the extended bench competition. They'll be coached by some of our injured players, and a few local celebrities will also be taking part. So make sure you get to the Gabba here early this weekend to see them play. This weekend, we're up against the Eagles for the first time in the 2018 season. And they are going to be making one of the toughest treks in footy from Perth to Brisbane.
What we've found this year is the Gabba's not an easy place to come and play football anymore. We've made it tough against teams to come here. It's not just an easy win. So we're going to have the same mindset as we had last weekend and go there and try and, I guess, affect their finals campaign.
Bounce is at 1:10 p.m. and you're going to want to get in here early as pies before bounce are $3. Kids under the age of 15 will also be let in this weekend, all thanks to AFL's Super Round. That's all we've got time for this week, but we wanted to say thank you to all of our members and fans for their support this year, and we can't wait to see you down here at the Gabba on Sunday afternoon. Go Lions!